Hi everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Kaz. In this episode, I am veering off from the unboxings that I had started off doing with this channel, and I am going to be doing something very special. One of the things that I like to do is I like to collect lapel pins, and specifically lapel pins from the Winter Olympics. So what I did for the first time, I actually traded some. I traded some Summer Olympics Los Angeles 84 Summer Olympics pins that my parents gave me from an auction that they won them in, and they didn't really want and couldn't sell on eBay, and they gave them to me to see what I could do with them. And I actually found somebody that wanted to trade for some Winter Olympic pins that they had, and they sent it to me. So here's the box. I did go in. This isn't a real unboxing. I did go in just to check out to make sure that what I got was what I ordered from them, what I requested from them, and they were very well. They supplied me with the ones that I wanted. So let's look at them. They came from a lady in New York City. It was my first, like I said, it was my first trade. So we both pretty much traded at the same time. I sent mine at the same time. She sent hers at the same time, and we both exchanged U.S. Postal Service confirmation numbers. So. This is just a piece of paper for packaging. It's nothing. Put that over there. There's a bubble mailer with some pins in it. Here are some pins here. And here is, and that's pretty much, that's it. Nothing left. It's an empty box. I traded her two things. I traded her a display, a pin set of Misha, the mascot, the bear mascot from the 1980 Moscow Olympics. Pretty much, basically like this, but a little smaller, but it had, I think, just as many pins in it. And so I traded the Misha pins for this venue, the venue sites of the 1994 Olympic Winter Games. So the Lillehammer Games, and it's also paired here with the Atlanta 96 Games. It's a limited edition, 108 out of 500, and it has the different venues here that the Winter Olympics in Lillehammer were held. So you have, starting at the top here, you have, I'm going to massacre these pronunciations because it's in Norwegian, Hunderfossen Babog Akban for the luge and the 4-man bobsled. You have the Hamar Al Amphi, and that's for the, looks like figure skating and speed skating. You have the Hafel Alpenleg, and that looks like that's for the slalom, one of the slaloms skiing. And here's another slalom one. It's the Kvitjil Alpenleg. Middle one here is Hamar Olympali. It looks like speed skating. You have here, looks like the moguls and freestyle skiing, and I honestly can't read that. Kanhagun. Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt that. And because it was a really long word there that I really can't even see. Here you have Hakon's Hall. So Hakon is one of the history-based mascots, the boy mascot between Hakon and Kristen of Lillehammer. So this looks like the hockey venue. The middle one here looks like the ski jumps, and also looks like cross-country skiing too, that venue. And Leisgard Bakken Hoppenleg. And this last one here looks like another hockey. Actually, no, it's not another hockey. That I was thinking it was this one. This one is speed skating. This one is hockey. And Gjovik, let's see, Gjovik Olympisk Field Hall. The only problem that she even mentioned, as you can see here, there's a little damage here. I don't really consider that's that big a video. I'm mainly in it for the pins. I will keep this set together. I'll keep it framed and put it up on my wall. Okay, so that's this collection here. Another thing that I traded and got from this lady were some Calgary 88 ABC pins. I have a black ABC corporate Calgary pin here, and I have a white one, matching white one, both from ABC, who televised the Calgary '88 Winter Olympics. This is a tie pin. It's a tie pin here. I can take that out, show it to you. Put it into a tie, it holds you tied to your dress shirt. This is from Sarajevo, the '84 Winter Olympics in Sarajevo. Lastly, this whole nice corrugated cardboard set that I got. So what I got here were a bunch of pins from the different Olympics. Here you have the Sochi 2014 nesting doll. This is for I believe it's a news organization in Russia. This Sochi one has Sochi 2014 with the Olympic rings, and it has the CBC logo, the Canadian Broadcasting Company's logo. This middle one here is a Calgary pin with a Calgary snowflake / maple leaf logo, the Olympic rings. There's a CTV on there. It's another Canadian Broadcasting Company. So these two, you have the Winter Olympic logo that CBS had, the mountains there, right underneath the Olympic rings. And the one on the left is from Albertville in '92, and the one on the right is from Nagano in '98. All the way over to the right is Salt Lake City 2002's NBC pin for day 9 of their coverage of the Winter Olympics, and it has a figure of a snowboarder there. That's a nice big pin. Continuing here, you have another Salt Lake City one. I may have this one. I'm not sure. I have to check my collection again. But I don't think I had it. I didn't even think of checking. But it's a cowbell. So cowbells are very popular in the Olympics, especially in the downhill skiing events. So you can root on your favorite athlete. So there's a Salt Lake 2002 cowbell Olympic with a logo. Here you have Olympic Winter Games Salt Lake 2002, like an arrowhead type of pin there. Here's another Salt Lake 2002, little circular ovoid pin there. When I show off my collection, you'll see that Salt Lake had a lot of pins, especially a lot of food-based pins. Salt Lake, this one is a Salt Lake 2002 Olympic Torch Relay pin. This one is special to me because I wanted this one because I actually held, I didn't run in it, I wasn't part of the Olympic Torch Relay, but I did hold the torch that, obviously the unlit torch, that a runner had and that they didn't claim. Because you can claim these, you can buy, apparently from what we were told by the lady that let me hold it, was that you can buy your torches. She said you weren't really giving them for a fee. I think it was like around $250 or something like that. You could buy the torch that you ran with. The one that I held was actually it was held by a gentleman who was a Holocaust survivor, and he ran in front of the Holocaust Museum in Washington D.C. and he didn't keep it, so they kept it, I guess, in case he did want to keep it. I saw it in Lake George when it came through Lake George, New York, on the way to through like Glens Falls and Lake Placid. That's when I saw it. This one, I like this one. This is a bid pin. This is when the Olympics were being bid on by Salt Lake. This is the initial logo that they had before they actually won the bid, and this one says Israel at the top with some Hebrew there, with the Israeli flag with the Olympic rings in the middle of it. Going down here is another Salt Lake City one, 2002. It says Park City on it with a bunch of skis here on them. Here we have Calgary '88. They're one of their 2 polar bear mascots doing some curling. And here's Miga and Squatchy doing some curling too in Vancouver. Here you have some Lilyhammer winter pin collector. It's a pin collector pin. I wanted to get that too because I am a pin collector, obviously, with a bunch of the little figurines, the prehistoric figures that represented each event, and the rest of them are flags from different countries saying welcome, with Hakon and Kristen here. Here's Taiwan. Honestly, I don't know what that one's. I think that's obviously Norway. I think that's like Finland, something like that. And there's Morocco. And then you got Poland. Was it Italy? You got another Scandinavian country. I'm sorry, but the Scandinavian countries pretty much run together for me. To me, you got China there, and obviously I can tell from this one that's Velkommen. So welcome, Lillehammer 94. Let me see what the Yep, Velkommen. So we got Norway. This in like Norwegian, something like that. So there you have it. My first trade I did with a person, very successful. I'm still looking for people to trade other Summer Olympic pins that I will show off to you in future episodes of the Kaz. But there you go. Got some Winter Olympic sets from Lillehammer, a bunch of other Winter Olympics there. You got my two network ones from Calgary's ABC ones, and type in from Sarajevo. But thanks for watching this episode of the Kaz. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you later. Thanks. Bye.